Hey everyone, welcome back to my house. Today I'll be reviewing Spider-Man 3. And yeah, I guess as you could tell from the title, I was not a big fan of this movie. But to be fair, I think everybody knows how hated this movie is. I might be lower on it than most people, but yeah, I think this would just be a straightforward video. I'm just gonna jump straight into it, no spoiler warning. I hope you guys are having a good one. My day is slightly less good because of this terrible movie, but I'll make a review on it still. Alright, first thing I noticed, first 10 minutes, like I said with Spider-Man 2, first 10 minutes I already knew how good it was gonna be. First 10 minutes I got Spider-Man 1 vibes, so I thought, it seems like an alright movie, nothing too crazy. And for most of the movie, it was like a 7 out of 10 for me, just kind of like mid territory. It was just like, oh, it's cool. I don't really care about much, and nothing's really getting me emotionally attached right now. The romance was like alright too. I know this is like a big complaint about so many different plot lines happening like at the same time, and it was too overwhelming. But honestly, that didn't bother me at all. I think I wasn't invested in any of the plot lines that were going on, whether that was Sandman, Peter, Venom stuff. I just didn't really care about any of them at all. So honestly, it was kind of better for me that they switched perspectives between everyone else. So it didn't really bother me that much. And even then, like I said, I was just alright with it. But yeah, I wasn't really leaning towards anything but Sandman and maybe Bully Maguire towards the end of the movie. Yeah, and even then with Sandman, they kind of ruined him towards the end, which I'll get to. But yeah, most of the movie was like a 7 out of 10 for me. I didn't feel anything special, and I thought maybe I was being too hard on this movie from what I thought, because my predicted rating for this was like at least like a 5 out of 10 or around that range. And a 7 is honestly pretty good. And I would think the trilogy would be pretty good if this movie was a 7. Because Spider-Man 2 is really that great. And I think it could carry the trilogy. But anything lower than a 7 is just too hard. But yeah, I just didn't care about the plot lines in this movie. Like none of the stories they were showing us, I was just not invested in them at all. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know, maybe just because of the highs of Spider-Man 2, I thought we had such a great story there. And yeah, like Sam trying to see his daughter and stuff was cool. The romance was alright. I think it was pretty fair. I thought I would hate MJ more from what I remember, but I feel like she was pretty justified in this movie. I still think Spider-Man 1 is probably her worst, but even then, she's not even that bad. So overall, I think MJ is pretty overhated, to be honest, because she's not even that bad in this movie, because Peter is very prideful in this movie, and he's just getting a little bit too into his head. And I think the movie does a really good job of showing that. So I think that was also interesting to see. But even then, it got more annoying than anything. But yeah, I don't think MJ was at fault at all. I don't think she was that bad in this movie at all, to be honest. Much better than the second movie, but still. Definitely not as bad as the first one. Definitely not as bad for everyone to be hating on her. But yeah, keeping this short, that's basically all I really have. I'm just going to go through my main complaints because I was fine with this movie. Like I said, it was a 7 out of 10 until we got towards like the final act. Storm Bully Maguire was really cool to see. I think most of it was pretty corny. I know, I guess that's pretty subjective, but yeah, it was cool. I mean, not cool enough to save the movie from bad writing, but I think the first main writing thing that really bothered me was when Harry's butler told him that he knew that his father didn't die from Spider-Man, which really did bother me. I wish they turned Harry some other way because I completely forgot about that. So I learned that in the moment. And yeah, I just wish they made Harry good as some other way, because why would the butler withhold that information for so long, seeing what it was doing with Harry? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, and I think it would have been really cool if they actually wrote that good and he actually joined Peter in the end, and it would have made his sacrifice way more better. Because I will admit, the ending was very emotional. I think the acting was great and everything, but I just didn't care because how we got to that point just wasn't good enough for me. I just couldn't be emotionally attached to it. Another thing is the Sandman and Venom plotline. Sandman choosing to work with Venom, even though he was just stealing money and just trying to make a living. The entire movie, it just felt really random. Like, why? I mean, yeah, I guess you could say he wants to kill. I don't even think he wants to kill Spider-Man, but sure, Spider-Man is somewhat of a threat. Maybe he's a little bit angry after their last encounter, but he seemed pretty fine to me, so it felt really random how he just wanted to work with Venom to kill Spider-Man if he's really just trying to get money for his daughter. That's the only reason. Yeah, I think the Sandman stuff was pretty cool in general. I guess I feel pretty neutral about well, I don't know how it goes in the comics, but if that was like a retcon that he was the one who actually killed Uncle Ben in the first place. But yeah, I don't think it was like a really good change. I mean, I guess it helped with the symbiote, but I still don't think it was that good of a change or bad of a change. Maybe they did more Sandman and actually make it seem like he didn't have a choice, especially because they have like a whole message at the end, and the whole message of the movie is to do the right thing and that you always have a choice, even though he definitely made the wrong choice there, which I guess is what they were trying to show. But maybe they made it more of a reason where Venom kind of forced Sandman to work stuck with him. I feel like that could have worked a lot better. And then I don't know if this is a plot hole or not, but I'm pretty sure Eddie does not know MJ is Peter's girlfriend. So the whole end scene doesn't make sense of why they chose MJ to kidnap. I mean, unless Eddie's girlfriend Gwen told him, but I don't think they were talking that much. And technically, she wasn't even his girlfriend. So maybe coworkers at work, maybe. But like even then, I feel like that's a bit of a stretch. It just felt really random to me. And Sandman definitely doesn't know who MJ was. So maybe I'm missing something. Let me know down below in the comments. But yeah, is that supposed to just be made like an off-screen thing? Especially since Eddie is new to the office. I generally don't see how he would know MJ is Peter's girlfriend. So that really bothered me. But not as much as the Butler and the Sandman thing. Those were the two main ones for me. But it's still a pretty good question. I feel like that's a pretty big plot hole to some extent if it's not cleared up. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if that was actually early in the movie and I might have dozed off or something like that. I will admit when I'm wrong, so if someone just proves me, then sure. But yeah, keeping this short so I can actually watch all these other movies and edit this video on time. Yeah, definitely the worst Spider-Man movie. My overall rating for this movie is a 5.5 out of 10. I think it's just, yeah, not that good. Maybe if I cared about it a bit more, it would be a bit higher, maybe like a 6.5 or something like that. But even then, I definitely don't see this being like a 7, especially the other movies I had in that range, like Supergirl. Like, I think Supergirl's easily better than this movie, with the amount of, even with the amount of complaints I have about that movie. But yeah, like I said, easily the worst Spider-Man movie. It's definitely staying at the bottom, and it'd probably be staying at the bottom for I don't know, the rest of the journey, because it's definitely not gonna be Brand New Day. And I know Far From Home is definitely better than that movie. So yeah, I just don't understand the glaze for the Tobey movies. And I know I did say Spider-Man 2 was a masterpiece and it can make up for Spider-Man 1 and 3, but I did not think 3 was gonna be this bad. So I really don't think 2 could handle how bad 3 is. So I think overall the trilogy's still not even that good. It's definitely the worst Spider-Man trilogy. Yeah, I'm still counting the TASM movies over this, even though it's not a trilogy. But yeah, just really disappointed after how good Spider-Man 2 was. So I guess I'm not a Toby Glazer. I guess you guys could say I switched up again. And I don't know, maybe just because it was more of a Spider-Man movie. I didn't like it. And definitely the bad writing didn't help. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good one and you guys enjoyed the video. For anyone wondering, I am watching X-Men 97 right now. I know season 2 is airing, so when it finishes, I'll probably do a season 1 and season 2 review, kind of like what I did with the Mandalorian show. But yeah, stick around the channel if that is interesting to you. And yeah, I'll be having TASM 1 review soon and TASM 2, of course. And of course, we get the Odyssey next week, which I'm really excited about. I hope that's good. So stick around if any of those movies sound interesting to you. But yeah, close to 100 subscribers. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.